What's up, guys? How you doing today? Just out cruising around. I'm actually out trying to look for cops right now for my one of my new videos I'm trying to make, which involves going up to cops. So far I've ran across a few, but I still need to find like at least 5 or 6 more cops for it to be, a complete video. So it'll probably be a little bit before that video actually comes out. But speaking of cops, I want to tell you guys a little story. I've had quite a few encounters with cops.
The reason I'm stopping you today is you were speeding 76 in a 45. Is there a reason why?
I'll get them good if we ever go off road. Yeah. Now this took place about 3 or 4 years ago when I was in 8th grade. Just put it this way, I was a very bad child in 8th grade. I mean, 8th grade was just my year, like my prime year of disaster. I was such an adrenaline junkie back then. Like I would do anything for that adrenaline rush. Now I'm not saying like skydiving or that kind of thing. No, running from the cops. Not for like drugs or anything, but I ran from the cops 4 times when I was in 8th grade, and I actually haven't ran from the cops ever since that year. But it all did end up, coming back and bite me in the ass. But I want to tell you about one time that I ran from the cops. And before I get into that though, not only did I run from the cops, I also vandalized a couple of houses, and one of the houses turned out to be my principal, which I will also talk about that either in this same video or in a different one. So, 8th grade, I was out there with my buddy. I'm just going to call him Robert. He is actually my best friend, and he also was a very bad child with me. See, what we like to, now normal people, what they like to do for fun on a Friday or Saturday night is, they'll go hang out with friends, watch movies, they'll go out, see movies at movie theaters, they'll go out to eat, and if they want to get a little frisky or, get that adrenaline rush going, they'll probably go, I don't know, ding dong ditching or something. Well, Robert and I, we had a little different thing going on, and we are dumb for this too. I don't know what we found so funny about it, but we thought this was the most cool thing you could possibly do. So what we do is we go to the front of my neighborhood, and there's woods just like this. There's woods on both sides of the road, and we would hide in the woods. But when there are no cars coming, we'd grab a bunch of sticks, we'd run out in the road, and we'll place them down in the road. And I'm not saying like big ass logs or anything, I'm just saying like sticks, maybe like that big around. I don't know if you guys can see that, but so not big, but also not small, not like twigs. Now, but anyway, what would happen is these cars would be coming around this corner, which is like right outside my neighborhood, at like 60 miles an hour, and they'll just slam into these sticks, run them over, and it would just make the loudest crunching noise, like, and we'd just bust out laughing. It was just too funny for us. I don't know why. Looking back on it now, we were so dumb. I'm still dumb, but anyway, so that wasn't just our one time doing it. We've done it multiple times. Oh, my mirror's coming off. Hold up. Ah, yeah. I got my mirror. Check it out. So, yeah, that wasn't our first time doing it. We've actually done it multiple times, like multiple nights. And there's also a pool at my neighborhood. So what we would do is, like, once we started doing this more often, what we would do is we would take a bunch of sticks, get them all piled up in the road, and then run and go jump in the pool. And we'll just sit in the pool, and then as cars go by, we'll hear it, boom, boom, and just crunch, and we would just bust out laughing. Well, this one time, we're like, screw that, I don't feel like getting in the pool. And I think the pool was closed. Yeah, it was during winter, so the pool was closed. So obviously we can't go swimming in it. So we just hid in the woods. And so we had our pile of sticks in the road, and we were about 5 feet, 10 feet deep in the woods. Like, we weren't that deep, but we were like deep enough to where they couldn't see us from the road. So this one night we were just sitting there. We just put a fresh pile of sticks in the road, and we were sitting there, and this one car starts coming. We were like, oh, this is gonna be good. And then they stopped right in front of the pile of sticks, and there's 3 people in the car. It was, I'm assuming, the dad, the son, and the daughter. The son looked like he was about college. The daughter looked like she was like maybe 17 or 18. And so the son and the father, they get out and they go and pick up the sticks. Well, the dad just tossed him off the road. And then the son is literally the reason this all went, you know, to the fan. This is why it went downhill. The son decides to actually walk into the woods with the sticks to place them in the woods. Don't know why. His dad was right in front of him, just throwing him off the side of the road. So I don't know what gave the kid the motivation to not do the same thing and just actually walk into the woods. Well, he walks into the woods and spots me and Robert right off the bat. He's like, "Hey! Hey! Hey!" And then both him and his dad start screaming at us, and they're both like, "Hey, you motherfuckers!" And Robert and I just get up, we start sprinting. I mean, we have flashlights. I have a headlamp, and we have to turn them off, otherwise, you know, they'll see exactly where we're going. Because it's nighttime at this time. It's probably like 9:30, 10 o'clock maybe. And so we got our flashlights, and we have to turn them off to run through the woods. And this isn't just, you know, your average open wood area. It's just like this woods over here. I mean, thorns everywhere, tree branches, like, you're slamming into everything in your way. Spider webs are everywhere. It was just the worst. It was cold. I was wearing shorts and a sweatshirt, so the sweatshirt helped out, but my legs, oh! Hey, look at that. Hey, little buddy. Okay, so ever since I had my license back, I have not gone this way yet. I have not gone this way at all. Oh, yo. Oh, these Supermoto tires are not good for this at all. I need to put my mirror back on. But anyway, so we get up and we start running. And I mean, we're hauling, and these dudes, the son I think starts running into the woods while the dad goes back to the car, and I think he grabs his phone because he's definitely the one who called the cops. And so yeah, they're both yelling, and we're running. We're just straight hauling into the woods, and you know, we're getting cut up because we're running through so many thorns and branches and everything, and it was the worst. But so what happens is, after about maybe like 2 minutes of running, we feel like we're far enough into the woods, so we sit down. We find a tree stump, and we sit down, and we're like, "Oh my god! Oh 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 my god!" So we're just, you know, we're flipping out. I mean, we're having a heart attack, and while we're chilling on this log, and we're like thinking of a game plan. Like, we're trying to stay calm, but we can't. And we're like, all right, we gotta think of a game plan, dude. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Because we knew for a fact they called the cops. I mean, it was so obvious. Because I mean, we could see them still through the woods, and we could see the guy on his phone. We're like, oh man, this is not good, dude. We're balls deep in this now. So yeah, this dude's calling the cops, and we're sitting there on this log. We're just like, all right, we gotta think of something to do. We can't stay here, because if the cops or them start walking back here, we're done. So we start walking back towards the road, but a little farther down from where they were, and we cross the street. I don't know why we did this, but it didn't make any sense. I don't know why we did this, but we just went across the street, and we lie down in the grass, literally right, like, you got the street. So this little dirt path is a street. We literally got in the grass right off to the right of it and just lie down. I mean, the road is right there. Cars going by, they could definitely see us with their headlights. So at the time, I don't know what we were thinking, just hiding right there. We just lied down right there. And we stayed there for, I want to say, about 20 to 30 minutes. I mean, I remember I was on my phone for maybe 10 minutes. I was just like, I remember I was checking to make sure my volume was off and everything, because obviously, if the situation got worse and they were like right on our butts, and then we stopped to hide and my phone went off, that would screw us over. So I made sure my volume was off, and so after about 30 minutes or so of sitting on the side of the road, we leave. We get back up, we cross the street again, go back to the same log, but this time we go past it, and I'm like, okay, I have an idea. I know exactly what we'll do. We'll go to a different part of my neighborhood, and we'll just, we'll work our way back to my house. So we're like, all right, that's the game plan. So we're walking through the woods for ever to get to a different part of my neighborhood, and It seemed like at least an hour or an hour and a half of walking, but we made like no progress. We just got like back to the pool parking lot, which is like at the front of the neighborhood. It probably felt so long because we had to walk through much stuff. Because I remember at one point there was a lot of ice, like thorns and ice in this one spot, and we had to get across it. So I mean, there was like a puddle of water, but it was all iced over it, but it was really thin ice. And then there were thorns all around it too, so we had to like work our way through it. It was like some barbed wire, man, and we had to work our way through it, get like ice skate across this ice, and some parts were breaking in, we were falling in, getting our feet wet, and you know, it's cold, it's winter, so that really sucked. And we finally get back to the pool parking lot, and once we get up into the lot, like out of the woods, we see this car coming, and we're like, we're not taking any chances, so we bolted back into the woods again. And sure the fuck enough, it was a sheriff car with his spotlight on. He definitely saw us. I mean, there's no doubt about it, he just saw us run into the woods. Well, this man turns off into a different direction, like down a different street, and we're thinking like, did he see us or did he not? But I'm about positive he saw us. I mean, we were like freaking highlighters on like a white piece of paper. I mean, like, there's no way you could have missed us. So we get back out of the woods and we start running the opposite direction, which kind of sucked because it was a lot longer route to get home going the opposite way. But we did it anyway. We went the opposite way, and every single car we saw, we would hide. I remember this one time this car was coming, and Cole just dips behind a bush, and I don't know why I didn't follow him, but I literally ran up to someone's house, to their front door, and hid behind their plant. They had a plant on their front porch, and I hid behind it, right at their front door. So if they walked outside, just because why not, they would have saw me hiding behind their plant. But anyway, so yeah, we finally get back to my house, and it was probably like, I bet, you know, I'd say like 11:30, yeah, 11:30, and we started, you know, once this whole thing started happening, like as soon as we started running, it was probably around like 10ish, like 9:30, 10ish, and so yeah, we were out there for quite a while running, and you know, the adrenaline was pumping and everything. Definitely one of the most exciting but terrifying nights that had happened that year. Probably, actually, up until my point right now, that was probably one of the most exciting and terrifying, you know, nights. Obviously, I don't plan on doing that again. That was a really stupid idea. And I do not condone running from the cops, so please do not do it, because it is a felony. Also, I do not condone putting sticks in the middle of a road so cars can run over it and it'll make a loud noise, because that also is very illegal. Alright guys, look, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you leave a like, and hey, don't hate on me, alright? Don't hate on something I did 3 or 4 years ago. I've become a better child, I mean, I hope. Yeah, I don't plan on doing that again, but, you know, everyone has those days, you know, where they're just stupid. I'm stupid all the time, but, you know, hopefully not as stupid as I was in 8th grade. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you leave a like, share this with your friends if you want to annoy them. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, and take it easy.